On July 25th, 2019, I arrived back home after a 12-day trip around Europe, incredibly ready to lay on my couch and spend time with my parents and pets. The next day at 11 p.m., my mother took her own life. She had been my best friend for 17 years and my favorite person in the world, and when she passed, she took a large part of me with her. My mental stability was shot. I had severe survivor's guilt, and several times a night I would wake up from horrible nightmares. I spent most of my senior year trying to survive my own suicidal thoughts and helping my father navigate being a single parent who had just lost his wife of 20-some years. Through this, I was able to become closer to him and start building a new image of my future in my head. I don't know if it was intuition or what, but when I would leave the house after her death, I would always tell him, "Alrighty, I love you. Take care of yourself today. You're all I have left." After 8 months of it just being me and him, he was diagnosed with terminal liver cancer. He fought hard, but he was the type of man that had to be independent, and when it got to the point where I had to help him with everything, his fight had become a losing battle due to mental health. He made sure I would be okay, and then he gave up. His last 2 weeks, he was incoherent, but I held his hand and told him it was okay to go and that I would be okay, and he gripped my hand tightly and nodded. I lost him June 15th, 2020, ironically, 2 days before my orientation. I spent a good 2 weeks and a daze figuring out accounts, vehicle titles, life insurance, and 401ks, all things an 18-year-old shouldn't have to do, when I brought him back to our hometown in the state of Virginia for his memorial with a few of my friends. We drove the whole 25 hours, just like I had done with my parents countless times in the past. When we finally got to those old mountains where my parents grew up and drove me around on for so long, I felt peace. I remembered my mother bringing me baby pine cones that she had collected in the fall because she thought they were cute. I remembered my father dancing in the aisles of Walmart to embarrass me. I remembered how he felt so much pride remembering my favorite suborder. I remember her warm hugs as she said, "I love you, baby girl." I felt them all around in those mountains, with the sun orange and beautiful coming through the trees. Through this trip, I was able to remind myself of the good times and how much love these beautiful people had for me. It has helped me step back and see myself through their eyes, and through that, I've come to understand my self-worth. Besides, they aren't really gone. They're forever with me in memory. Dancing down the aisles of Walmart, arguing with me over laundry, laughing at something I said, covering my feet with the blanket when they think I'm asleep, crying and clapping at every theater performance, taking copious amounts of photos at prom, and most importantly, loving me. It's these memories that let me know that I'll be okay and that I can do anything I set my mind to. I was their world, and now it's time to conquer mine.